All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First off, all praises, honor, and glory due to you.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh.
It's all praises to the one called God, whose true name in Hebrew is Yahweh. Ba'ashem in the name of Yahushai, being the name of the only begotten Son. We're the brothers of the Great Millstone, Arizona camp, with another week to prophesy the downfall of Babylon, the Great, America, right? Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. And we're right now coming into we're in the Feast of Tabernacles right now, right? And you just had a blood moon, supermoon, a harvest moon, and a lunar eclipse, all in one shot, right? Give me, there should be signs in the moon.
Yeah, it's 621.
So you have that going on. You just had this stuff all pop off with the beepers exploding in Hezbollah, which the story behind that is that there was a whole shipment of those beepers to go to Hezbollah, but it went through Israel first, and it got intercepted by them. Then they did whatever they did to them, and then they shipped them off to Hezbollah again, and now they blew up, killing 12 people and injuring 20,000. So there's a mole within Hezbollah that's probably coming from Israel that sat there and told them, hey, they're getting this shipment coming in. Because when they were just using cell phones for communication, those things were interceptable. But when it's just a simple device like a beeper, they couldn't intercept it as easy. So that's one thing. That's an aspect showing you that now there's those silent wars going on, right? Where they use espionage, they use information to sit here and set up hits. And now you have this explosion that happened from Ukraine sending in drones, and I got the article. This is from Fox News. It says Ukraine drone strikes Russia. A strike on Russia, so like a Ukrainian drone strike on Russia causes earthquake-sized blast picked up from space. And when you look at the initial explosion of this explosion, it looked like a damn mushroom cloud. So they hit a military depot in Russia so big that it caused a mushroom cloud. Now they got to evacuate all the surrounding areas around, so you can only imagine how much explosives that they had in that one area that they were able to hit that military depot. So now Russia got to respond. We're at that point where all these prophecies are coming together, and it's getting spicy, bro. This is a very exciting time, because the stuff with Hezbollah and Israel, it has to get a response at this point, because now you affected 20,000, you killed 12, and you already killed off like 2 or 3 military generals, high officials, right? So now it's like you can't let them just keep fucking you up. Go ahead.
This is Luke 21 and 25, and these are the words of Yahushai. And so it says, and there shall be signs in the sun, and in the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. It says, verse 26, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken.
You see? There's signs in the sun and the moon and the stars of heaven. Now you have more UFO sightings. All these things are happening all at the same time, and we're in the Feast of Tabernacles, bro.
And on top of that, man, you had the brother, I believe his name is Manatazak.
Mm-hmm.
Slovakia. Manatazak from the, from the LA camp, he gave that testimony of a dream that he had,
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the chariots, man.
Yep.
Talking about the chariots blasting people, blasting jets and everything. you know, and shit, bro, it sounded like it was a vision, you know, and the scriptures talk about, you know, how the Lord will give his men visions.
That's right. That's right. And those things are starting to happen more often too, because I've been starting to get little peeps. The heathen are having hella dreams, bro. And one of these days, I'm gonna just go on YouTube and just people's visions, or just put in vision of the end or something like that, and see how many of those videos are really out there that's fresh. And I bet you it's an astounding number, man. But we're coming into times where now a response has to be happening, and World War III is going to be kicking off. The real things that spell out World War III are finally really starting to hit. And that's beautiful for us, man. You got one? Go ahead.
That's an article on it too. It's about NBC News. And keep reading down, it says, the footage geolocated and distributed by the tours were consistent of 200 to 240 tons of high explosives. George William Herbert, who teaches in the military, basically how much they got how much explosives is there. And honestly, you look at how much 200 to 240 tons of high explosives. I mean, these are explosives.
Mm-hmm.
They are not just like, oh, it's in the ground, oh, this is the area. No, of how much explosives there are there. I think nearly almost 400,000 pounds of explosives. That shit can't go over. It's like, oh, that was that. I was like, can't let that shit go.
Yeah.
Oh, this was a small scale attack. You know, maybe we could find this through diplomacy, maybe something democracy we can have back and forth and come to agreement. Nah, man. I think you gotta respond to that. That's right in your front doorstep. Yeah. At the end of the day, that's also what's all you know. There's one more thing to pop out. There's something really big to set up everything else, man. And it's funny too, because honestly, right now the red news playing right now, man. It's going back to the Cold. Having that Cold War back in people's mind. Back in people's mind. That hey man, don't like them, bro. And it's Edomites been watching that shit, man. Like, oh man, you're like, yeah, fuck you. They're having some old days, getting the whole prejudice way back. Like, yeah, bro. I understand that World War III is not an if but a when.
Yeah, because scriptures say that two wolves is past and there cometh one more, you know, and scriptures talk about even you know, Israel being a burdensome stone. And I know we got into that a couple of weeks ago, but you know, our place is definitely it's a burden, man. You know, I mean, ever since, you know, those people got, like me and the brother was talking about it in the car, it's always been confusion when they got in the land with the Palestinians. You know what I mean? And which, you know, they both are not supposed to be in the land, but as it goes to show you, like you Google Palestine, like I was saying, you know, in the car, if you Google Palestine, they take you right to Israel. You know what I'm saying? You have Israel, but it's two different flags. It's just nothing but confusion. You know what I mean? And if you talk to the modern day person and say, oh, you know, I'm gonna go to Israel, they'll correct you and be like, what, Palestine? You're going to Palestine. Right. You know what I mean? So it's just like, so you got people that are siding with certain people, even here in America, you know, which America backs Israel.
Yeah. If you look at the modern opinion, or the majority opinion of the average person, college campuses and stuff like that, they're pro-Palestine, man.
Yeah.
They dealing with they're seeing the what do you call it, the genocidal moves that Israel's making towards the
Zionism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's being exposed, man.
Yeah.
You know, the brother also mentioned how you got these Edomites and Gentiles, heathen, having dreams and putting them on YouTube. Well, that's just to tell you that those dreams are disturbing them.
Yeah.
Because it's compelling them enough for them to make a video about it, man.
Yeah.
You know, the average person, you know, he don't really want to say nothing about nothing. But when you see these heathen having dreams about the end times, that's the Lord like basically giving them a disturbing image, man. You know, because the scripture says that like the brothers put out, people shall dream dreams and have visions.
Yeah.
Hey, because we see dreams and we have dreams and get excited.
Right.
You know, they have dreams and start fearing because their hope is in this world. You know, you gotta think, man, everybody, the true biblical Israelites, all nations across the four corners of the earth count them out.
Mm-hmm.
We're not in anybody's conversation as far as the people, right? And if we are in the conversation, you have the elect and the 1/3 being talked about amongst the elites of the society because we're bringing out what you see now, man.
Right.
We're exposing what's going on.
But the fact that, like you're saying, the fact that they're having these dreams, and the brother was saying it, and it's disturbing them is because they've heard the prophets.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what it is. Because now it's like, well, fuck, was it really? Real? I mean, I was fucked up to him. It's like the scripture said, then shall they know the prophet's been among them. And those dreams are sealing the reality. Like, fuck, maybe they were right. Because now they get to see the prophecies come to pass. Now the things that brothers talked about for so long, going into the so-called sea theories and everything like that, the martial law, how Esau is planning to kill off a bunch of fucking people. Now people are seeing those things and then they're having visions of them. And it's hitting.
Hey, I was talking to their brother in LA yesterday, Brother Kasaja, and he was mentioning that, people basically coming up to him that he, it was like, hey man, where you been? We ain't see you in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, people is watching. You know what I mean? Like, I had a chick I was dealing with years ago, and Ishmaelite chick, and she came across, bitch saw a video of us out there teaching and preaching, and like was scoffing, over text about it or whatever, and basically what happens is that they didn't forget that, man.
Yeah.
Because don't think that they just saw that video, right, and then didn't click the next one, and then click the next one. And then no, man, they saw that video and was like, oh, okay, now, like, it's not going over their head. They hearing it, man. They hearing it. So now, guess what? When you have all these articles in the news and the wars, rumors, wars, all that linking back to which they seen, these people are going to they're bugging out.
Yeah.
And plus too, bro. And when you have the truth being pushed heavily on all social media platforms, man.
Right.
You got Twitter, TikTok. Facebook, Instagram, all fucking platforms, man.
Yeah.
And I know that on TikTok and even and I know on Instagram, it shit gets hella views, man.
Yeah.
And these videos, these clips that are posted to expose the elites, bro, they get some views.
Mm-hmm.
So the truth is being put out there, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
But-
it's sparking interest, man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
It's gaining fame.
Yep.
And then what's gonna happen next, bro, is that when people actually see shit going down, there's gonna be miracles that go along with that, man.
Yep.
There's gonna be spiritual powers that go along with that. And then people that say that they show, what's that scripture? They show believe when they see the standards and that effect. I forgot how it goes, man. They shall be willing in the.
And the
And the
day
day
of
of
power.
power.
People should be willing in the day of
Yeah, go ahead and get that. Someone get that, man.
It's,
Okay.
yeah, bro, I got it. Psalms 110 and 3.
Every day of that power.
Yeah, Congo says, thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, and the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth.
Yeah, so when people see these calamities start hitting the earth, and they see the men of the Lord performing miracles, having miracles done to them,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna spark something, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be undeniable that hey, these are the men.
Yeah.
That's why when you go to Wisdom of Solomon, was it the 4th or the 5th chapter? It says, "What have our vaunting profited them?"
Mm-hmm.
These are men. These are, they counted our life as madness.
Yeah, what's that scripture? They should know that a prophet's been among
Been
them.
among them.
Yep. And it's all hitting at one time. The realization really starting to hit.
Mhm.
So like the scripture says, the Lord is going to give us praise and fame in every land we were put to shame. That starts now.
Right.
That starts on this side. That starts even before we get into the kingdom. Because the Lord's going to show, as it said, then shall it be known who are my chosen. The Lord's going to show who he's dealing with.
Right.
And he's already shown it through us breaking down these scriptures, man. You still got your precept, bro?
I'll drop it.
Come. Can you give me that Revelation 19 and 10?
Yeah, this is from the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not.
Can you give me that wisdom?
I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High. Slakia. For the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
You see, the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy, and we through the spirit, and Lord will to the end, we've been speaking those things. So we're showing whose testimony we have. You have men popping up saying twisting, contorting the doctrine to whatever money scheme they have.
Right.
But the Lord said He reserved Himself 7,000 men that wouldn't bow the knee to Baal.
Right.
Because what? They're going to be faithful. They're going to be faithful messengers. And that's what we are. We kept the word pure, man. And now we see these things happening and the world is going to see it. You got that wisdom song?
Yeah, you want me to start at 13?
Start at 13 and jump down.
Gotcha. This is Wisdom of Solomon 13, 7 and 13. So like it says, I learned diligently and do communicate her liberally. I do not hide her riches.
Talking about wisdom, right? This is Solomon, right? Go down to 15.
It says, this is 15. It says, the Most High hath granted me to speak as I would, and to conceive as is meet for the things that are given me, because it is He that leadeth unto wisdom and directeth the wise. 16, it says, for in His hand are both we and our words, all wisdom also and knowledge of workmanship.
See, we didn't get this wisdom of ourselves. We didn't have this understanding to be able to go to the prophecies, to be able to tell you the things that are coming down the line, for them to be happening right now, for you people to start freaking out and be like, damn, what they say was true. They did talk about a lot of lamentation, mourning, and woe. They did. I mean, what they were speaking didn't sound good. It's starting to hit people. These women, it's starting to hit them. You don't think these women didn't come by the videos of bros breaking down the debaucherous behavior of women? Hell yeah, they did, man. Some of them watched and hated. Some of them watched and changed. Some of them watched and repented, but there's far more that didn't. So now these things are hitting and they're seeing the things that are coming down the line. Keep going.
Yeah, 17, it says, for He hath given me certain knowledge of the things that are, namely, to know how the world was made in the operation of elements. The beginning, ending, and midst of the time.
You see, the Lord gave to bros the ability to know the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, right? So we understanding these things, we break them down through the spirit and wisdom of the Lord. Finish out 18, Revelation 19:1. You got a precept too?
18, it says, the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, the alterations of the turning of the sun and change of seasons.
You see? And we're in a change of season now, man. Right? We're going from a time to get and a time to lose. A time for war and a time of peace. We're fastly transitioning from the time of peace into the time of war. Perplexity among nations, perplexity among men, famines, all those things are cooking up, right? You have they're talking about these migrants that are eating dogs and cats in the streets. And some of these people, even Jake, a lot of them Jake be doing this shit in them other countries, man. They practice rituals of cannibalism. And some of them niggas is here now.
Right.
And they see the carelessness of the people, and they ain't gonna sit here and eat cat and dog forever. When shit goes south, they're gonna be eating people. And it's gonna start off with the women and the children.
Yeah, because a lot of those Venezuelans, stuff like that, they practice what they call black magic, bro. You know, basically it's religion or belief on the left-hand side, and it requires animal sacrifices and eating the people, man. I forgot what it's called, but there's one called Santeria, which is like a voodoo, and there's one called brujeria. It's called basically witchcraft.
Yeah.
That's popular around Northern Kingdom from those countries, man. So they're bringing that shit over here, you know, and they use that to gain power, man. On the left hand side, you know, these cartels they do the same thing. You know, they pray to the Santa Muerta or Lady Death, something like that.
Yep.
And they gain power from that when they require them that they do certain favors to that demon.
Yep.
What they think is an angel, but it's not, man. So there's a lot of dark shit happening.
Yeah.
People talk about spiritual warfare, man.
Yeah.
So they're bringing that shit over here, man. You know, and people that don't got the spirit of the Lord upon them, they're gonna fall victim to those things.
That's right.
So the Lord's allowing that to happen.
That's right.
The Spirit said He made spirits created for vengeance, man.
That's right. You got that?
Also going to that, obviously, they call it cat and dogs. I realize that in another country, bro, that shit is normal, bro.
Yeah.
Like here, like that's shit fucking weird. But I feel like that shit, you can go to you can go buy yourself dog meat off the street.
Well, there's a video in Mexico where they're selling fucking rats by the pound. You know, you know what? That's not far fetched because these people are gonna look for alternate sources of food
Yeah,
in the times to come, man.
yeah.
And cats, they're fast breeders,
Mm-hmm.
and so are dogs, man. And they provide substance. Cause I saw a video earlier that, the majority of these Targets and Walmarts in different parts of the country, their shelves are bare, including the pharmacies and all that shit, man.
Yep.
So what they don't show you is, you don't be mindful of it, man. But there's a lot of things happening that the media doesn't really put on a major scale, because they doesn't wanna alarm the people, but there is shit going down that if you knew what was going down, you probably bug the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
And it's happening right here and now, in this day and age.
Like witchcraft is at an all-time high right now, man.
Right.
You like TikTok is breeding grounds for
Oh, yeah.
witchcraft, bro.
Yeah, every few scrolls, there's a tarot card reading,
Yep.
or some shit like that, man.
And there's actual ones where they're showing people how to do low-level witchcraft seances and shit, and they're showing these people this. And there's a reason why the scriptures say, then shall they consult with the sorcerers and the soothsayers, because people are really turning back to that shit now.
Yeah, that's why I always try to say, when it comes to life, find faith upon the earth.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only ones that are gonna have faith in those days are gonna be the left and the 1/3, man.
That's right. You got that second Ezra 9?
Yeah. 2 verse 9, straight in the top, and it reads, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently himself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told before thee, then shalt thou understand that it is in the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world that he which made it.
You see? You're supposed to measure the time diligently. Meaning what? You look at the scriptures, you look at the world, and it's like it says in the New Testament, comparing spiritual things with spiritual things, right? You look at the world, you look through the scriptures. Does this meet up with that? Okay, well, shit, we're moving somewhere. It looks like this thing is heating up. And like it said in that Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, in the 18th verse, it says the beginning, ending, and midst of times. The Spirit of the Lord, wisdom, gives you that to be able to understand the beginning, ending, and midst of the times, to know where you're at in time, to know where you're heading. So we're seeing these things through the measuring stick, and this stuff is only it's heating up, bro. We're man, like the apostles say, like, hey, by the end of 2024 and the beginning of 2025, this shit can really be off the wall.
That's right.
It really could be off the wall. It's looking like we can really be out of here, and Esau could really be going, because now they're talking about by 2025, May of 2025, you got to have a digital ID to travel. By May of 2025, and why May? You have May Day. That's one of the big. May is actually one of the biggest months in the satanic calendar, bro.
Well, that's got that part 2025 also coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And you also see that the whole travel ID,
Mm-hmm.
basically it's not mandatory now, but that shit doesn't come. Like, hey, you need to get that shit, man.
Yeah. By May, it's going to be mandatory for travel. For you to get on a plane, it's going to be mandatory for you to be able to travel. So that means what? All those foreign nationals that don't want to do it, well, you're going to be overseas in a country that's going to make it mandatory. And you ain't going to be able to get back here. Where you know shit's about to be hell. Bro, this thing it's getting ready to blow. Right. Keep reading on that second Ezra.
And it reads, this is verse 3, it reads, Therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shall thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But like as all that is made in the world have an beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
24:6.
Even so, the times also that the highest have plain beginnings and wondrous and powerful works.
Wisdom of Solomon says to know the beginning, endings, and in the midst of the times. Plain beginnings. This is the plain beginning. These are major. Put this whole shit with Russia and that explosion. That's a major push for conflict. You have no choice. You have no choice. It's like, yeah, the bully can nudge you every day, and you can shrug it off. The bully might throw a punch at you. You can shrug it off. Once the bully do it in front of everybody, take your shit in front of everybody, talk down about your family in front of everybody, right? and try to fucking throw fade on you forever, now you gotta respond. Now it's like, okay, if I don't do something now, it's gonna continue forever. I'm gonna be the high school bitch.
That's the basic rules of self-preservation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why, like, you know, these thug niggas, what they say, you know, you let one person steal from you and get away with it, everybody gonna come steal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's just on the basics of that. So yeah, you know, indeed, you know, Russia's gonna respond, but it just show you how proud, America is, and anyone who America backs is. Man. You know, I was going into
Ezekiel 30.
watching a video about like Delta,
Ezekiel 30.
the Delta operations and like the SEAL teams and all that shit. And you'll be surprised, man, how much of these American people have faith in the military. You know what I mean? Or have faith in like you got the nigga Adam 22. He was like, yeah, man, China won't do anything because we'll fuck them up. I'm like, bro, you have no idea.
Hey, well, America has the world's first transgender army, man.
Come on, man.
You can go into the army and they'll pay for your operation, man.
The strongest operation in the world is comes out of India, and it's called Marcos. That's one of the strongest. It's bigger than Delta. It's bigger than the SEAL Team 6. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, people, but the average American, you tell them that, they'll argue with you. Oh, none is bigger than the SEAL Team 6. None, but they don't even understand the SEAL Team is not even the biggest thing in the military, man.
Oh, they're a small group, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're specially trained and they're so-called elite, but they're a small group. They're small number.
Small number, man. What's above that is the Delta team, man.
Yeah.
You know,
They're also smaller than number.
right.
They're smaller than number. I think the biggest special forces group the military has will be probably the Rangers.
The Rangers, yeah. What I was saying was like, as far as like the danger,
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? The guys like, you know, because the Navy SEALs are a walking weapon. Man. You know what I mean? You know, but you know, you tell people the average American don't even understand the basis and the breakdown of their military, but you have all the faith in their military. You know.
Hey, well, people have been saying that and just running with that for
Mm-hmm.
years.
Because they're protecting. You gotta think. You gotta think what happened here. Nothing. Nothing really happened here, man. But you don't understand that this place has the ultimate judgment.
And you gotta remember too, bro, that when you join the military, you take an oath that says that you will defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Yep.
So that's talking about martial law.
Mm-hmm.
I think Elder Hart put out a video a few days ago where they showed those troops walking down the street, and the people were standing outside, and the soldiers told them to get inside, and they didn't, so they just capped at it, man.
Mm.
And basically, Elder Hart said that that's what martial law is going to be like.
Yeah.
There's going to be foreign troops walking the streets, man, regular troops or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be foreign armies because they're going to be because American troops they're going to be hesitant to shoot up their so-called other nation men. You know what I'm saying? But foreign troops, they won't give a fuck, man.
Hey, what do you think these apartment takeovers from these migrants are? Those are foreign troops,
Right?
practicing.
They're military age men.
It's just practice.
Mhm.
They're running the play with real people. That's really what it is because they were saying there's military age men coming over into the States. Now they're going through apartments, live action drills, real people, real guns. Nigga buck up, pow. Okay, now we know how to do this shit more effectively. Because why is it now that it's going from Colorado to this state, now in New York, why are the neighborhoods getting bigger?
Right.
Why does it get more elaborate?
Them niggas in Chicago now.
Yeah. So now they gotta learn how to deal with combatants that they can have guns at any time. It's just practice, man. You know, because to really overthrow America like that, man, you can't go in there with just scripted practices.
Yeah, you can't use a conventional army.
Yeah.
You gotta have what do you call it, insurgents, man.
Yeah.
You got basically they're insurgents. You know, they're men that are set up, you know, to do certain things.
Yeah.
And you can best believe that, you know, your beloved government is behind all this
Yeah.
shit. They're the ones that sign the policies to let these people in, man.
Yeah, they're the ones paying them.
Mhm.
How you gonna fucking let somebody come over and pay them and you don't have a control over them? Get the fuck out of it. They paying for a reason.
Right.
It's all, man, the whole scene is set up. The whole scene is set up, bro.
And watch what the scriptures say in, I think it's in Revelation where it says, the great dragon, or no, it's like it says, Satan, who deceived the whole world.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, well, they deceived everybody, man.
Yeah. Yep. You got that one from me?
Matthew 24.
Matthew 24:6. And then get the Ezekiel 38.
It's Matthew 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Mm-hmm.
For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's
You
sake.
see? This is the procession of things, right? All the wars and uproars and people. This is the beginning. Like last year, the last 2 years, when they've been in this war with Ukraine, that was the beginning. Now we're reaching towards the midst. Now we're in the climax, the beginning. You have the climax, right? You have the peak, and you have the decline. Right now, we're probably halfway through the climax, bro. Getting up there with this recent escalation. We're in the midst of the shit really going hardcore. And pretty soon, because now they're sitting there talking about Kamala Harris had it in her speech. We got to do something about these people, punish these platforms, and condemn these people that are online spreading false news, hate speech. And what is that all geared towards? Well, we're the only ones that have a real message that is actually changing anything. So we're the ones they're trying to address. So when it's said right there, they're going to cast us into prison, and we're going to be hated of all men. That's part of the climax, man. That's part of the fire too, right? But now we're in a time where that war is getting kicked up, and the scriptures talk about men being sent to war. They've been talking about a draft. This is all building into it, man. You got the Ezekiel 38.
Yeah, this is from the book of Ezekiel 38, verse 1. And so it says, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh power, Behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
You see? The Lord is gearing that up. The Lord's putting the hooks in the jaws. He's bringing the armies forward. Like it says in the book of Revelation, the Carmanians raging in wrath, they're getting geared up. Talking about the Persians, right? All these wars, all these conflicts are coming together in these last days, man. We in that time. There's a reason why the scriptures say, "Look up, for your salvation is verily you believe." Right. It's hard, but it's a time to be hopeful, bro. Right? Hell is hell, right?
They always try to say in this world you have tribulation.
Yep.
But be but cheer from the world, man.
That's right.
So the tribulation, that's part of having a hope, man.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that we're gonna go through tribulation is a sign that we're pretty much there, man.
Yep.
You know, I got this one real quick. Luke 12:54. He said to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway you say, there's coming a shower, and so it is. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, there will be hail coming to pass. Ye hypocrites, you can discern the face of the sky and the earth, but how is it you did not discern this time? You know, because the majority of people, they don't want to pay attention to these things, man.
Yeah.
You know, like the brother said, it's all over Instagram and TikTok, but people just, they scroll past that to get to the folly that they're really looking for, man.
Yeah.
And that probably sparks their interest for that millisecond, but then they move on to other things, and that's why those social media platforms created like that.
Yeah.
It's created to program you to have a short attention span, to give you information and forget about it, and go to something that's more more pleasing, more that sparks your endorphins, so to speak, man. That's a psychological trick against you.
Yeah.
So TikTok and Instagram, the whole scrolling, you know, that's a trick of Esau used against you to program your fucking mind, man. To program your mind to think a certain way, to not pay attention to things. When you look at it, that's what it is. Because you'll see something, you'll forget about it, and you'll see something else and you'll forget about it because you're looking for the next topic of interest, or the next big booty bitch on there, whatever it is, man, that you want to be looking for. But it's there to keep you in a low state, man, low vibration.
Yeah, they show what's his name, Darth Vader.
Yeah.
What's his name?
James Earl Jones?
James Earl Jones. They had him pass away, then they had Frank Beverly, whatever, pass away, and then now Diddy. Now Diddy's on Front Street. You niggas have no recollection of what the fuck is really going on that's going on.
Right.
Yeah, a nasty nigga got okay. But the shit that's about to change your life is moving, and you don't even know it.
Yeah, so that's the topic of interest is Diddy and his bullshit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Before it was a topic, before that, it was the Kendrick Lamar rap battle.
Yeah.
You know, that was the whole topic of interest, man. You know, because they're designed to distract you from what they really fucking doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also going out real quick, but I was saying, man, like you said on Instagram, right?
Right.
I see a million, fucking 100 people die on Instagram on the real shit.
Right.
But I see that shit. The next thing is complete fucking bullshit. Someone getting brutally murdered. Next thing bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure if I'm getting that shit, and it's like, man, I don't know what comes against. Why was it like, man, what the fuck? I'm like, I was looking at fucking bullshit memes right now.
Yeah.
And all it's basically programming you.
Yeah.
Where you'll see death and thinking nothing of it. Long not my sent more.
Yep.
That was like, man, that was weird. And that was just passed on.
It's called desensitization.
Yep.
I think, and that's basically that when you see someone like that, you just like you're not gonna flinch about it, man.
Yep.
And they want you to be like that.
Yep.
You know, 'cause they want you like, oh, not me.
Yep.
You know, I'm good.
Yep.
But they don't want you to see the true horror of what they're really fucking doing.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. You gotta reach up.
Real quick. It's Jeremiah 10 verse 2, because honestly, with all this going on, people are working, people are stressed, people are just like this, that, and the other, man. Oh, what's gonna happen? World War III, because you always like, World War III's gonna occur, World War III's gonna occur, this and that. They're worried, like, I'm gonna get drafted, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. Back in the day, that's not supposed to be like, man. We see these things, and like, hey, good shit, bro. Hey, this whole thing, Ukraine, Russia, man, hey, not man, fuck, it's coming to our doorstep, gonna get drafted, nah, bro. Like, hell yeah, this is prophecy that's supposed to happen, man.
Right.
It's Jeremiah 10 verse 2, and thus say most high, the way to Eden, and being dismayed at the sign of heaven, and then we're dismayed going back to living, being fighting, being utterly shocked, being shattered.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He's like, when some of the people saw that black hole, right? They're like, man, what the fuck? They were astonished.
Right.
And we're like, honestly, at the end of the day, like, hey, we're coming to the end time, right? Everything's getting revealed at the end of the day.
Yep.
People know now that basically Bush did not fucking 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically coming back now.
Yeah.
Before it was like, oh, don't say that, don't say that.
Mm-hmm.
Not making memes about that shit.
Yeah. You was a tinfoil hat wearer.
You were the temple.
If you was talking that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about UFOs or things like that, you are a conspiracy theorist, but it's already been proven that these things are so. The government said it itself. The government already acknowledged the existence of so-called UFOs, man.
When the new when the Black Ops 6 beta came out, there was a calling card, and so I had like a picture of George Bush on the left,
Right.
and then on the far right of the calling card, you had the Twin Towers, and a plane flying into it, but they changed it after like a few days.
Right. And there's also that card game. I forgot what it's called.
Luminate card game?
Yeah. That it shows all kinds of things that happened already. You know, like it shows different cards show different so-called prophecies.
Hey man, plus two, bro. I just seen this video like yesterday or 2 days ago, man. This dude had he basically put together like a minute and a half long, 2 minute long video of him going through all these cartoons that hint towards two towers being destroyed.
Yeah, because it was planned.
Exactly.
You know, they
It's simple,
it
bro.
was something that they planned, you know,
Well-
it was a thing that they already, set in order to do, years ago.
Mhm.
You know, I read an article one time that these wars are 50 years in advance.
Yeah, I saw a video of you know, basically what the higher ups believe in is that they don't face any karma if they tell you what's going to happen before it happens. So the way that they tell you is through the movies, through the cartoons, because they say, hey, we told you, you know what I'm saying, but it's on you to pick it up. That's why it'll be in your face like that.
Yeah,
That's how they justify
it's a form of witchcraft because when you see it, you're agreeing with it, man. So it's like you're agreeing with whatever witchcraft they're putting out.
Got anything else?
No.
We can end it on that, was that Jeremiah 30 and 30? Prophet Ben Moon.
And Ezekiel?
Ezekiel 30 and 30, yeah.
Ezekiel 30.
33. Yeah, 33. Yeah.
Ezekiel 33 and verse 33, and reads it. And when it comes to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet had been among them.
You see? Now all these things are happening. You're going to know that, hey, the spirit of the world is dealing with bros that is out there on their own time, on their own dime, and fear to the Lord. You're going to know, like, yo, those were the men. That was, hey, I messed up. I should have listened. Yeah. I should have just, what was wrong with me? You're going to, hey, that what was wrong with me is going to be constantly in your mind, bro. But Lord willing, instead of I say call law, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Ba'ashim Rakapadash, Shalom.
Shalom.